You know, if I start preaching,
Yeah.
we're going to have to be praying for people to fall out the window asleep.
He'll stop you.
What's that? Oh, he'll stop me.
I have a big guitar right here.
God is so good. I mean, He really is. And, okay, you can be seated. Sit down for a minute or two, and then we'll get the guitars tuned up here. But I want to say this: it's so good to see so many of you here, worshiping God and praising God and honoring Cisco too, and just loving Cisco. I got to tell you what he said, and you know this is what he said to me when we were talking. He said, at times like this, when you're not feeling well, when you're sick, you find out who your true family is. And I want to say thank you for being his true family. Nancy, Pete, and everybody else. I mean, to make your home, your house a home, and a hotel at the same time. Motel, hotel, a diner, a restaurant. I mean, it's wonderful. It really is. Recreation room, absolutely. But that's what the body of Christ is about. You know, your family, two ways: family in Christ and your family biologically. But thank you for showing love, because love is an action word, and you're showing this is love in action. You know, we can say we love somebody, but your actions show whether you really do or you don't. So thank you for being His hand extended, God's hand extended, because you see, you're God's hand now, but there will come a time for all of us, and even Cisco. He's going to say, "Now you're going to take the hand here will be cut off, so to speak, until later, and He'll take him by the hand and take him home." He's going to do it to all of us. But until that time, we're the hand of God to each other here. So thank you again for being that. It's part of the family. There was an old song when I was a kid. I used to love that little chorus. I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. Amen. That's an old, nobody even knows that young Amy and Raquel said, what song's he talking about? I've never heard it, but I'm so glad I'm part of the family of God, and it's a beautiful song, it really is. And this is where you're singing. So thank you for being His love extended, God's hand extended. It's awesome to be here. Cisco, I want to say this. I can't tell you how many times, I've told him this so many times. When he comes to church on Sunday morning, and he's the one, he goes always up to the altar area, and he kneels and prays. People, I wish they'd join him. I'm not getting anybody joins him, but everybody says, nobody prayed today. And so I want to say, well then you take his part today. If he can't be there today, you take his part. But thank you, Cisco, for showing the way. And so many people appreciate that, and it means something to him. And I know it means something to God. And thank you again for opening our services that way.
Me here.
I got the song.
Because for those of you that don't know me, I'm one of the worship leaders at our church, but I always called Cisco our first worship leader.
That's right.
Because he's up there before we are.
That's right.
And he is on his knees before God. And we have seen, I've been at the church now for over 4.5 years. We're approaching 5, actually, pretty soon. A couple months. Yeah. And we have seen the spirit of worship just go this way in our church. And I can't help but think that in great part, it's because Cisco opens up the heavens before we even get there. And he sets an example for me. And sometimes, in the busyness of a Sunday morning, you can imagine, I come in with 1,000 different things in my brain. And I want to make sure this is in tune, and I want to make sure that all the channels are hooked up, and everybody has their lists and all that kind of stuff. And then I see the quiet man on his knees before the altar, and immediately that draws me. And so I'm able to then draw a congregation to why we're there. So thank you, Cisco, for your long-standing example and encouragement to all of us. You are the first and best worship leader on our team.
Amen.
Let me just say, for anybody here, I trust everyone is serving the Lord. But if you're not, it's time to do it. Why not today?
Yeah.
Why not today? Make Jesus the Lord of your life, as we sing on Him today. It's the best thing you'll ever do.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Of the family of God, I've been washed in the fountain, cleansed by His blood, joint heirs with Jesus as we travel this sun. I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. Spanish. Yeah, who's going to do Spanish? That's right.
Remix.
Yo hablado. I'm El Pardo.
Camellia o
So I told Cisco, I'm gonna preach how many words you've never heard before in Spanish.
You gotta watch what I say. You know?
Que soy parte de Dios, something like that.
Give that man a microphone.
I'll sing along with Spanish. I'm gonna go to that, get him out way back there.
Okay, well, Nancy, let me know that Papi likes this song. I'm gonna try and sing it. To honor God first and honor Papi. No te puedo mirar, ni te puedo tocar. No ha llegado el momento.
Amen. You got this. Let's go. You got it.
No te puedo mirar, ni te puedo tocar. No ha llegado el momento. Y a veces en mi afán creo que ya no estás, pero vuelvo y lo estoy diciendo. Y cuando me tocas con tu Santo Espíritu, yo lloro, canto y tiemblo. I'll try it again. No te puedo mirar, ni te puedo tocar, no ha llegado el momento. A veces en mi afán creo que ya no estás, pero vuelvo y te siento. Y cuando me tocas con tu Santo Espíritu, yo lloro, canto y tiemblo. Get that line again. Y cuando me tocas con tu Santo Espíritu, lloro, canto y tiemblo. For those that don't understand, it's basically a song that says that sometimes you feel like God is far from you, but God never fails. He always lets you know that He's close by. And when He touches me, it's so strong that I want to sing.
Amen.
You know?
Yeah.
Lloro, I cry, canto, I sing, and tiemblo, I shake. You know, it's so powerful, God's touch. Which leads me to my next song. Just kidding. Levanto mis manos, aunque no tenga fuerza. Levanto mis manos, aunque tenga mi problema. Cuando levanto mis manos, comienzo a sentir una unción que me hace cantar. Cuando levanto mis manos, comienzo a sentir el fuego. Cuando levanto mis manos, mis cargas se van, nuevas fuerzas tú me das. Todo eso es posible, todo eso es posible, cuando levanto mis manos. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. that song is about where we feel like, well, most of you understand, but Mike and Pastor Pete,
We have an interpreter.
that song basically, sometimes you have a load on you and it's like, I can't take it anymore, but we raise our hands to God. You know what? He touches you, and he lifts our burdens. Matthew 11:28 says, "Those that are labored and weary, come to me, and I will give you rest." And that's what this song is basically about. Now I turn it over to, who do I turn it over to? Anyone, the floor is open. Anyone wants to worship God, say something to CISO, it's open.
Now's your time. When he can hear you.
Yeah.
That's how you.
That's how you do it.
Thank you guys so because you guys are speaking on me. I just want to share my thoughts about God, and I'm not in church all the time. I'm going to be honest with you, but I believe very much in God. I was raised.
We got tissues.
I was raised in the Methodist Church. My mother always taught us, the Word. She made us, not that she made us, but she asked us to read the Bible. And that's how we learned Spanish, back in those days. When we used to go to church, we followed in her footsteps. Because when you were saying about my brother going up to the altar to pray, that's what we did.
Yeah.
That was the norm. That was the thing to do. It was something that that it was expected of us as Christians in those days to do. Go up to the altar, kneel down, and pray to God and thank Him for everything that He's done for us. I was never a goody-goody person. I'm going to be honest with you, because I was always in the streets doing my thing. I did a lot of things that not that I don't regret, but God helped me find myself when I needed Him the most. I went through a war, Vietnam vet. I did drugs. I'm going to be honest with you. I did the whole 9 yards when I came back home, and I didn't find myself. I didn't know which way to go. I actually didn't know which way to turn sometimes. But that seed that was placed in me through the church, through my mother when we first came to New York City from Puerto Rico, a family, my father had just committed suicide. I didn't even know who my father was because I wasn't even born yet, okay? So this is what I was hit with when I first came to the United States. Okay, so here I am. I think there were 6 of us, Maria. When we first came to Puerto Rico.
There was 9, but
and as soon as we hit New York City, my sister, may she rest in peace, found a church, Methodist church, and that's how we started. Because we were Catholics, we were with the that Spiritismo thing at the time.
Oh.
You know what I understand, okay? Yeah. So, but my mother went to the Methodist church, and there was where we got that seed from God to help us believe in what we believe now, and this is what molded us to be the people that we are. We are so blessed. Our family is so blessed, okay? Because it started from a little, like I said, a little seed that just grew in us, and it was passed down to us. It was passed to us. We went to church. We kneeled, okay? Sometimes I was ashamed because you at that age, I don't want to be kneeling. But I used to catch myself when I was by myself, when I was in need, that I had problems, that my mind was like, what am I doing? And I used to say, God, please help me. Subconsciously I used to say that to myself. Even though I wasn't, one of those persons that read the Bible, but I knew it. It was in me. It was embedded in me to say, God, please help me. And I would see myself sometimes in church, and when nobody was looking, I would go over there and kneel down and pray, and say, God, please help me, please be with me, please take care of me, give me the insight, and I would do that, and that's what we need to do, on your own. You don't need to have a million people watching. Just sit there, get on your knees, if you have to, and ask him, ask him to forgive you, he will, okay? Nobody has to know what you do. You don't have to be, but you have that relationship with God. And that's what counts, okay? You having that relationship. And as you get older, it's gonna manifest. You're gonna see it's gonna come out. God has, I've been, and I could sit here and you're gonna say, you what? I don't believe it. but this is why I'm here today. Okay, if it wasn't for his goodness, for his love for us, you know, and like I said, he gave his only son for us, so so we could be sin free. And some of us don't, sometimes we hear it, we don't absorb it, we kind of just let it just go through one ear, but it stays there. And don't be scared to use it, okay? I don't want to take up too much of the time. It's like, you can
But I'm sorry.
But I just had to share that with you, because like I said, I don't find myself going to church a lot. I'm gonna be really honest with you, but I do pray. I kneel down, and I say this to those people who don't like me, so you can see that it's possible. You can do whatever you want. God put that in us. God, it's in us. We're able to do anything we want if we put it in His hands and we pray to Him. He said, God, please, or just say, God, thank you. And start your day with thanking Him for the beautiful day that you have.
Amen.
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 Anyone
I'll
else
say
have?
something, I'll try.
Okay. It's okay, we'll cry with you.
I'm not a person see, I can't very many words, but Bobby, I just want to tell you that I love you. And that you were the best father ever. I mean, I'm sure that everybody here will say that, oh, my father's the best. But I never, ever remember you yelling at us or anything. He was like the coolest man in the entire universe. My mom, was straight with the belt and the spoon and everything, but not my dad. Not my dad. And I, sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I start to think of all the things that he says to me, and I start laughing, like when I tell him, Papi, I'm coming out in a play, whether it's the Easter play or the Christmas play. And he goes, and what's your part? You're the mute.
Impossible.
So he actually cut it out and put it in a play and gave it to me for Christmas. The mute actress. But I tell him I enjoy doing it. It's okay. And I just want to thank him for everything that he does. Not only father, but grandfather, whatever the grandkids need, he's there to help them. And they could attest to that, because I'm not making it up. They know it. He's there. And I am so grateful to have you in my life, and I will love you forever and ever. And if God has to take you, because we all have to leave one day, I know we're going to meet up there.
Yes. Yo siento un gozo en mi alma, gozo en mi alma, gozo en mi alma y en mi ser. Soy como río de agua viva, río de agua viva, río de agua viva en mi ser.
Yo tengo un gozo en mi alma, gozo en mi alma, gozo en mi alma y en mi ser. Río de agua viva, río de agua viva en mi ser. Joy like a river, joy like a river in my soul.
That's a real tambourine. That's an anointed tambourine.
Me guarda con poder, me guarda con poder, me guarda con poder, Él está conmigo. Me guarda con poder, Cristo me guarda con poder, y de todo morir, y tú me mirarás, y tú me mirarás, y tú me mirarás.
cambio el número de los enemigos.
de los que alaban al Señor. Unos cantaban, otros lloraban, pero todos alababan al Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, alabaré, alabaré a mi Señor.
Those are songs we used to sing as kids. We all got the same habits that Papi and the Rivera family had. It was good. To me, it was a Spanish thing. You know, we had to pray. Came into church. That's the first thing you did. You got on your knees. And there were no cell phones.
And it stays with you. You know, it's something that, you know, at the time you don't consciously know it, but it stays with you. And I'm sitting here, and I really don't know these songs, but it's coming back to me. You know, and I hear the words, and I'm like, okay, you know, I think I know that. You know, and I might hum, and I might, you know, get off a little bit, and then I come back, you know, with the chorus, you know, but
Give me another one.
it stays with you. So
Yo tengo un amigo que me ama, me ama, me ama. Yo tengo un amigo que me ama, su nombre es Jesús. Que me ama, que me ama. Su nombre es Jesús.